Jersey Belle family. Last night I partied like it was 1999, except that it's 2014 and I'm 37. So, this coffee talk is late because I don't think I went to bed till like 2 and I'm exhausted. But I do have coffee. It is so good to be home in Freehold. It's like literally chicken soup for my soul. I went out last night to my favorite pizza place, ate like it was my job, and then went to the Metropolitan Cafe and saw so many amazing Jersey Belle, members of the Jersey Belle family who were like, I'm on Facebook, I love your coffee talks. And it's just like this human connection is what really makes it all worth it. It is so empowering for me to hear other people come up to me and say, I love what you say. It's like, I'm just blessed beyond measure. So thank you for saying those things to me. I was having some conversations last night over drinks before I dropped it like it was hot at 1 o'clock in the morning. And one of the guys from, high school, we were talking, and he was, went through a period of bad luck and his marriage didn't work out and he went from job to job. And he was talking to me about who was responsible for all of this. And there was a lot of, she was this, she was that, my boss was this, my boss was that, and not for 1 second did he stop to assume any of the blame himself at all. It was everybody else's fault that his marriage fell apart. It was everybody else's fault that he had job issues. Now, I'm not saying that there wasn't some truth in what he was saying. I'm sure that there was, because there's always 3 sides to a story, right? There's his, hers, and then the truth lies somewhere in the middle. But in the way that I can't attribute my successes to my mother, while I think she helped pave the way for me to be the person that I am, the strides that I've made in personal growth and the professional success I've had comes from my hard work. It's the same way that I can no longer blame my mother for the things that didn't go right in my life. For the decade that I was full of debauchery and things that I'm not proud of, I can't blame my mother for that. I am responsible for my own personal failures and my own personal growth. My successes come from me. If you take 2 steps forward, those are your feet walking. You take 2 steps backwards, guess what? Those are your feet too. At some point, you have got to release other people of the blame and decide what you've done to contribute to the relationships that don't work, the job that isn't working, whatever it is. So if you have 100 pounds that you can't lose, those are your 100 pounds, yours. However they got there, they're yours. They're not the stress of an ex-husband. They're not kids that don't listen. They're not a job that isn't going the way it wants to go. Those are your consumed calories. And 100 pounds is a metaphor for whatever's on your back. So today, I'm telling you, there's something in your life that you're not letting go of. You're blaming somebody for X, Y, and Z. Stop now. Because nobody's buying it. It's nobody else's fault but your own. I'm not saying that other people don't contribute to hardships, because they do, obviously. But when you have self-acceptance, true self-acceptance, which is what I have, which is why I can sit here and do coffee talk with ratty ass hair, last night's mascara coming down my face, because at the end of the day, you're not watching this coffee talk because I look like a Kardashian. You're watching it because you want somebody to hear you, and I hear you, so hear me. Nobody should get the attribute of your success in the same way that nobody deserves the negative attribute of your failure. It's your own. So decide today that you're going to pick up all those Lego pieces, put them back in the box, put that shit on the shelf, and move forward with self-acceptance. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm going to take my girls to the Jersey Shore today. I don't know where we're going to go, but if you see us, just keep spreading the love because, man, it's awesome. I love you guys. Have a great day, and I'll send you something later from the beach.